بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Now we said we are going to also, whenever we are going to do the rules of manasik, we are going to go back to the at the end where we have this uh, the annex of manasik al-hajj, the annex of manasik al-hajj. And that annex of manasik al-hajj, we said that we are going to take the rulings which are more practical than just going for the rulings just for the sake of the rulings. So inshallah we will take we discussed about the hunting, and we took the rulings of hunting in the annex. We discussed about the private relations, but we did not take the rulings of the private relations. But I'm going to point out the various rulings, as we said that we don't have to do these various rulings of manasik al-hajj with this topic. Anyone who can go to this manasik al-hajj, at the end there's a mulhaq. This is called mulhaq, annex, appendix. So in this you will see the private relation with the women. So you have this, and we said there are cases even if it's unintentional. You are like, you do umrat al-tamattu and you have not completed your sa'i between the tawaf and 2 rakat tawaf. You did sa'i, you have not completed sa'i. You said you will go later on because you can do the tawaf in the morning and sa'i in the evening in the same day. So I said, let me just go back. It's hot and it's this and that, and you went in the hotel that you will come for the sa'i between Safa and Marwa in the evening, and then you saw your wife and whoopsie daisy, things happen. And then now you are in trouble because you have not completed the sa'i. So we said that you complete the umrah and umrah al-tamattu and do the hajj al-tamattu and repeat the hajj next year. So some smart guy, you see, he said that, how about this? Umrah al-tamattu, Shumrah, whatever. I can just convert it to Umrah Mufrada. So it will not be that I have to come back for Hajj next year. So what he did a trick. He just completed it as Umrah Mufrada, did the Tawaf and Nisa and everything. So his Umrah became invalid. Okay. Uh, and what happens? He goes back to Miqat and enters the state of Ihram of Umrah al-Tamattu of the Hajj and comes. Now he does it everything perfectly. So is that going to be washed away or not? Has to do the Hajj and Umrah again in the next year. So Sayyidi Sistani Dz says, okay, that's fine. So this Hajj and this Umrah will be okay. But this is going to be his new Hajj and Umrah independent. There is a Hajj al-Tamattu or Umrah al-Tamattu. There's a he cannot get rid. He did the Umrah al-Tamattu and he did Hajj al-Tamattu, new Umrah. That Umrah is gone. He completed the Umrah, finished whatever was required from him, and did Sa'i and did the Taqsir and did Tawaf al-Nisa and converted it to Umrah Mufrada. So now he goes to Miqat, enters the state of Ihram again to perform Umrah al-Tamattu, Hajj al-Tamattu. And he does his Hajj al-Tamattu. Now he did not do any camelish thing. Remember, stay away from the camel or cow. So here, there is a hesitation that now he has performed a new Hajj. Does he have to do the Hajj again as that for that previous thing which he did? Or no, he doesn't need, because he has fixed his Hajj somehow by some of his tricky knowing of the rulings of Hajj and Manasik. He said, okay, let me complete it. And that, and maybe he was a Maulana or something, or somebody who's very much educated in Manasik al-Hajj. He said, let me go out, do another Umrah al-Tamattu, and come here and do Hajj al-Tamattu and stay away from the camels and cows. And he did it. So For Sayyidi Sistani Damadullah, he says it's problematic for me to consider that thing which he did away, and he is obligated to perform the next year a new fresh Umrah and Hajj. He says no, that stays on his shoulder on the basis of obligatory precaution. On the basis of obligatory precaution. So he needs to come back next year. So someone asked him, what if he cannot come back next year? Okay. What would happen at that time? He says, then he does the niyaba. He has to do. If he cannot come back due to circumstances, he is obligated to perform a Hajj, repeat a Hajj. If he cannot next year, he can send somebody who could represent him, but he cannot push it the year after and after. So he has to do it next year. So that means Sayyid Sistani cannot say yes, it's done, and he cannot say it's not done. So he does ihtiyat here. He plugs it with obligatory precaution in a way that he has to come the next year. So it was um, yeah. So this ruling number 8 from the annex, it says somebody who messed up with his Umrah al-Mufrada. Okay. This is not tamattu. This is Mufrada, by having private relation before the sa'i is completed. And he did not finish. And he did not stay next month to redo it. Because, Umrah Mufrada, every month you can do. But for Hajj, it has to be in the month of Hajj. So this is Umrah Mufrada. He says he cannot. وَالْآن تَعَذَّرَ عَلَيْهِ الْعَوْدِ. Now he cannot come back to perform his Umrah Mufrada. So what should he do? He said he appoints somebody to do niyaba. But this question is number 7. If somebody has private relations with his wife before completing the sa'i, or in the Umrah al-Tamattu, he has penalty. Remember, camel or cow. وَالْأَحْوَطْ وُجُوبًا, on the basis of, and this one, even out of forgetfulness, it was there, if you recall. This is one of those 5 areas that even unintentionally, out of forgetfulness, he will have to pay the penalty on the basis of obligatory precaution. So he was doing Umrah al-Tamattu. And as I said, in the morning, he completed tawaf and rakat al-tawaf. And now he is going to come for the sa'i in the evening. And sa'i was not done. Whoopsie daisy happened. So now kafara is there. On the basis of obligatory precaution, complete the umrah, perform the hajj, and repeat it next year. وَإِعَادَتْهُ مِنْ قَبْلِ. والسؤال, the question is, if he did Umrah al-Tamattu, this one, in Dhul Qa'dah, فخرج في ذي الحجة, he leaves, he exits, okay? And then he said, let me just another عمرة التمتع. وأتى بعمرة تمتع أخرى. He does another عمرة التمتع. فهل يبقى عليه وجوب الإعادة في السنة القادمة؟ So he did. He somehow ignored the previous Umrah. He did another Umrah Tamattu, did it properly, okay, and then did Hajj also. So is he required to do it again next year, as the ruling says? So Sayyidi Sistani doesn't want to let it go. He's stuck. Na'am ala al-ahwat luzuman. Yes, he should not think that it has been washed away. No. So yeah, I mean, people, they think that, oh, out of forgetfulness. Yeah, but come on. I mean, ihram, the essential thing of ihram is divorcing your lust, not your wife, your lust. No lust at all. And this is a lustful crime, even if it's with the wife. All this, the whole process, come on, I mean, if small thing, okay, but this is the whole process ends up with ghusl janaba, ceremonial bath. So heck, how could he forget all that stuff? And two people, how both of them can forget? And that's too good to be true, okay? So that's why, I mean, it can happen. And I said it happened. Shaitan is smart, okay, for dumb people, but Shaitan is dumb for smart people. So therefore, he says ahwat wujuban, he has to complete next year. And then I'm not going to go through the other rulings. As I said, if you encounter these, that was just a technical thing, that let's say he was smart and he does another umrah tamattu. Good. That means he's fixing his Hajj, the whole thing, this year. So does he have to come back next year? It was a nice technical ruling. That's why I just wanted to, for the Hausa students, these technical rulings are good. That there are routes, you can fix things the same year, but here, no. You can refer to another marja, a'lam, who could allow you to suffice on that umrah. But therefore, okay, taqbil al-nisa. The thing is about so this ruling is interesting, which says if a muhrim woman, she kissed or shook the hand of who? Father, obviously there shouldn't be anything, or brother, or her husband, but not for lustful reasons. Obviously the first ones cannot be, but the unless if she was sick. But zawjha, her husband, أو أيا من محارمها, her brother or anyone whom she is prohibited to get married to. But what was the motive? بداعي المحبة والمودة. She loves her brother so much. She loves her son so much. She loves her father so much. Okay, so that was the reason she just kissed them out of that. Is it prohibited? And is there any kafara? And what if لو قبل أو صافح المحرم إحدى محارمي أو زوجتي بداعي الشوق والمودة. Shauq means longness. You see that someone longing, like let's say sister from Australia, guy from America, they come and they don't know that they're going to run into each other, and they have not seen each other for like 8, 10 years, and it happened in front of my eyes. People, they come, oh, wow, where are you? Wow, you're in Hajj. You're in Hajj. And these things happen a lot. uh, so, and here comes my brother, my sister, while they are doing tawaf, and they start, and they're in the ihram, and they hug themselves so deep, hugging, okay, from this this long separation and love and those kind of things, brotherly and pure love, you can say. So clean love. I mean, husband, wife, there's clean love as well, but I don't know how to define. You define it properly. So clean love, innocent love, they say, innocent love. Okay, love does not associate it with that things which are between husband and wife. Okay, these are maharim, non-mahram. I mean, mahram brothers and uncle and auntie, and they clashed with each other, my brother, and from deep love and deep kind, maybe some tears also of joy came out, or maybe flow rivers of joy tears came out. هل يحرم ذلك وعليه كفارة? Said, no, there's no harm in that all. There's no penalty unless في تقبيل المحرم زوجته لا عن شهوة, except for husband in the state of ihram kisses his wife not out of lust. وإلا في تقبيل المحرم زوجته لا عن شهوة وتقبيل المحرم زوجها لا عن شهوة. So without lust, the wife and the husband, if they kiss each other, they have to pay the penalty, one sheep. فإن فيهما كفارة دم شاة على الأحوط. In these two cases, a state of muhrim husband kisses the wife, or opposite, the state of a woman instead of ihram kisses her husband, not out of lust. Then there is the sheep on the basis of obligatory precaution. Touching the woman, we mentioned that touching the woman out of lust and it ends up to ghusl situation. That is the kind of serious case. Um, So I'm just going to skip these questions. You can just go later on, check it out. Uh, so this is a question, interesting. Is it permissible for a muhrima woman state in the state of ihram, her husband who is incapable, weak, okay, handicap or something like that, in his state of ihram, she in ihram, he in ihram, she needs to help him, she needs to lift him, أن تساعده حال فيما يتوقف على لمس بدنه, in things which she is required to touch his body in order to help him out, uh, and especially the private part area. Maybe she needs to wash him or clean his filth or something like that. So he says, يجوز, it is permissible. ولكن لا تلمسه بشهوة. It is permissible, but she should not touch it or touch him or touch it, the private parts, or touch the body with lust. Now, this ruling is if, because this happens a lot, husband, he does holds his wife and does tawaf with her so that no one else can touch her. So he says that he's doing tawaf with his wife, holding his wife, and shaitan, they say shaitan is smart for dumb people and shaitan is dumb for smart people. So shaitan came and messed up with his mind and bring him this coochie coochie kind of feelings. Okay, during the tawaf. Come on, guy, during the tawaf. Yeah, what can we do? People can, shaitan comes to them. فهل يجب عليه أن ينفصل عنها? Should he avoid quickly? No, shaitan has come to me. Now stay. Go do your tawaf by yourself. Something like that, in case if it was hyperbolic or funny or something like that. Shaitan has come to me. Just go, 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 go now. We don't want him to mess up with our ihram and those kind of things. فهل يجب عليه أن ينفصل عنها? Is it obligatory upon him to separate from her? وإن كانت تتعرض للمضايقة وربما الاحتكاك المحرم. And if he leaves her, then perhaps she might be caused to be harassed. You know, like that, the animals sometimes they're doing tawaf around you. They don't care. They touch you, they touch your wife, they push, they hit, they beat. So let's say if she's going to be pushed or thrown, or maybe she's weak, she cannot, she doesn't have the strength to hold. وربما الاحتكاك المحرم, and perhaps the prohibited touching might happen if you leave her. So he says, إذا كان الاستمرار, the answer, إذا كان الاستمرار في الإمساك بها يستوجب استمرار التلذذ فعليه تركها. If continuation of holding her is going to cause him to be in continuous lustful state, then he should leave her. وَمَا ذُكِرَ لَا يَسَوِّغُ لَهُ. And whatever mentioned about, oh, she's going to be hurt, she's going to be touched, she's going to be beat, these are not things which gives you the permission to hold her and the lustful holding. We are talking about lustful holding. No, you cannot justify that by you doing haram, because there's no guarantee that she's going to be beaten or she's going to be susceptible to any touching or any prohibited touching. No, it's a probability or maybe possibility. But for you, you know that you are getting some unpleasant feelings. Okay. So yeah, let's say I'm not going to go through all these ahkam. You can go through them. إذا علمت المرأة وظنت الناس تدون إرادة لمسها. Yeah, so this is a very important ruling. If a woman knows knowledge or ظنت, larger probability, that if she is going to do the tawaf, okay, إنها ستتعرض من دون إرادتها للمس المحرم من قبل بعض الطائفين, that she is going to be encountering that the prohibited touching while doing the tawaf from some of the people who are performing the tawaf. So it is permissible for her to do the tawaf of mustahab? No. Al-ahwat, on the basis of obligatory precaution, if she knows that she's going to be touched, if she knows that, or she has a satisfaction that she is going to be touched, the prohibited touching, then she should avoid on the basis of obligatory precaution tawaf mustahab, recommended tawaf. الأحوط تركه في صورة العلم أو الاطمئنان بذلك. On the basis of obligatory precaution, she should avoid if she has knowledge and she's aware that she's going to be touched by some of the ta'ifin with unpleasant touch, or al-itmi'nanu bidhalik, or if she has satisfaction upon that. هل تكرر اللمس بشهوة يوجب تعدد الكفارة? If repeated, we said, if repeated touching with lustful intention, yes, the kafara is repeated as well. Many of the prohibitions of ihram, the kafara does not repeat. In some cases, there is istighfar. But in this case, the more you touch with lust, the more there is a penalty. إذا أمكنت المحرم من ضميع إليه عن شهوة فلتثبت الكفارة. إذا مكنت المرأة المحرمة زوجها المحرم من ضميع إليه عن شهوة فلتثبت الكفارة. If a woman, she allows, a woman in the state of ihram, she allows her husband who is in the state of ihram to hug her, to embrace her, out of she was the one, she just dropped herself on him with lustful intention, with lustful desire to be touched or شهوة. فهل تثبت الكفارة عليها كما تثبت على الزوج? So is she going to be, because the guy touched her with lustfulness. He did some chewing gum harakat or chewing gum movements and those skanky movements. So just and dropped herself on the husband. So will she be required to pay kafara like the husband? The husband will have kafara because he touched her with lust, but she allowed him to. But she did not, she was not lustful. Okay, she allowed him that he embraces her out of lust because the guy wanted, but this lady, she allowed him. So she will not be required to pay the kafara. It will be just the husband. He is going to pay the kafara because he did the lustful touching. Yeah, I mean, these things, you can just go through it by yourself. Then we have this also ruling, which we said, touching the woman. We said touching her. This is another ila al-mar'a, looking at a woman and having that private foreplay kind of thing. So ruling number 1, I will leave it for you all. Ruling number 2 also, I'm not going to touch it. And ruling number 3, I'll let it go. And ruling number 4, let it go. And ruling number 5, then we have this discharge of the private fluid. Okay, I'm not going to also touch this. Okay, إذا لم يكن تسبب ما يثير التشابه فالضغط على فالماء المحرر لحد just let you guys, if God forbid, if you are encountering this, just go through it. Now, performing the marriage contract, we said that performing the marriage contract is prohibited. Testimony on the testimony is prohibited, and testifying is prohibited. هل يجوز للمحرم أن يوكل محلا في العقد له بعد إحلاله? If the muhrim exits the state of ihram, okay, is it permissible for him to give representation? إذا هل يجوز المحرم, a person is in the state of ihram, هل يجوز المحرم, is it permissible for the muhrim, a person in state of ihram, أن يوكل محلا, he gives a power of attorney. He cannot make a contract. He cannot be witness on the contract. He cannot testify in the state of ihram. So all for him. But can he give a representation, a power of attorney to someone else that they could recite the marriage contract on his behalf, and that person is not in the state of ihram? He says it is permissible. So he says هل يجوز للمحرم أن يوكل محلا في العقد له بعد إحلاله. Is it permissible for a muhrim person to give a power of attorney to someone who is not in the state of ihram, okay, who's exited, who's not in the state of, to perform the marriage contract for him after he becomes he exits the ihram, state of ihram? Kind of confusing. Why? No. We are talking about two stages of muhrim person. Stage while he's in ihram, stage while he exits ihram. So what happens? He cannot he cannot do the marriage contract, he cannot testify, he cannot, okay, that's understood. But can he in the state of ihram, can he give the power of attorney to someone that, see, after I exit the state of ihram, you recite my marriage contract? Obviously, it's permissible. No. Our question is, the power of attorney was given in the state of ihram. That is our question. He's in the state of ihram. He cannot get married. He cannot do the marriage contract. He cannot witness. He cannot testify, everything. But can he give power of attorney? That's the question here. Yes, he can give power of attorney to someone who's not in the state of ihram. He is a muhrim. He gives a power of attorney to someone who's not in a state of ihram. And after this muhrim exits the ihram, then the marriage contract is going to be initiated. So he's not going to be in the state of ihram if the marriage contract is going to be initiated. Our question is, can someone who is in the state of ihram give power of attorney to someone to recite the marriage contract after this person who gave the power of attorney is out of a state of ihram? He says it's permissible. Number 2, إذا عقد للمحل امرأة محرمة فهل تحرم عليه مؤبدا أم مع علمها بالحرمة؟ Oh my goodness, this is serious. If somebody does the marriage contract, okay, إذا عقد للمحل امرأة محرمة فهل تحرم عليه مؤبدا مع علمها بالحرمة. He is muhil, but someone made him, he did this marriage contract with a woman who is in the state of ihram. Okay, then he did something wrong. So the question is, can he, after this doing wrong, after doing tawbah, after everything, can he get married to her after she's out of her ihram? No. So this is one serious case that she becomes permanently prohibited on the basis of obligatory precaution, to say this is Sistani Dz. So if somebody has gone into this case and messed up, he needs to find a marja who allows him to get married to that girl whom he had got married to her while she was in the state of ihram. Yes, so he says, أحوط وجوبا على الأحوط. Okay. Question number 3. رجل تزوج وهو يجهل أنه باق على إحرامه فهل تحرم عليه المرأة مؤبدا مع دخول بها؟ You know, like what I told you before, some people, they go on the top floor, do Sa'i Safa Marwa on the scooters, enjoying that time, and then they come back and you tell them, congratulations, you are still in the state of ihram. What? Yes. Go wear into those two white cloth if you're a male person, okay. Dalai Lama, become a Muslim Dalai Lama or something like that, Muslim punk or something like that, Muslim monk. Just wear these two white cloth and go to your work and school and university. No, how can that be? You are in the state of ihram. you did not exit the ihram. You did your sa'i on the scooter. Some madhahib they allow, some madhahib they don't allow. School of Ahl al-Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam, the mainstream direction is not permissible. So, okay, I can go back and do that, but I have a problem. What is the problem? I thought I exited the state of ihram. Okay. And I saw one of my dream girls. She was doing tawaf nicely and humble and modest and this and that. So you're doing tawaf or you're doing some uh, wife, spouse selection, spouse searching, spouse selection tawaf. So no, I mean, I did my tawaf, but after that, I saw some nice woman, girl, momina, this and that, and doing umrah and tawaf with humble and hyperbolic irfanism and something like that. So rajulun tazawwaja, a man got married. وهو يجهل أنه باق على إحرامه, and he's unaware that he's still in the state of ihram. He thought he has completed his umrah or hajj. So what will happen? Will this case be to the like the previous one, that the wife will become prohibited permanently? فهل تحرم عليه المرأة مؤبدا مع دخول بها? It's not just like that. He consummated his marriage also, and he finished everything. And that's worst case scenario. So he says, will that wife be prohibited for her permanently? That means he cannot get married to her again. He said, no, لا تحرم عليه بذلك. He did not know that he has exited the ihram. We're talking about somebody who knows he did not exit the ihram, or he's in the state of ihram and he got married to a woman. So here, yeah, so here he is, it's not going to be permanent prohibition. Ruling number 4: إذا كان الرجل بحسب فتوى مقلده غير باق على إحرامه. These are all, I mean, don't get married in the state of ihram. Just keep that in your mind. So you don't have to go into these detailed مسائل. من كان جاهلا بأنه باق على إحرامه أي كان جاهلا بالموضوع وتزوج لم تحرم عليه. If somebody was ignorant that he is in the state of ihram, من كان جاهلا بأنه باق, that means he messed up. He doesn't know. He thought he exited the ihram, but he's still in the state of ihram. And he got married وتزوج لم تحرم عليه المرأة ويمكنه العقد عليها بعد التحلل. So she did not become prohibited on him permanently. He can get married to her after his ihram, after his exiting of ihram. ويمكنه العقد عليها, and he can perform the marriage contract with her after exiting the state of ihram بعد التحلل. فليجري الحكم نفسه فيما لو كان جاهلا بالحكم مع التفاته إلى كونه باقيا على إحرامه. So let's say he was unaware about the ruling. So here he was unaware about the situation that he exited. And there the other case is, what if he did not know the ruling? So جاهل بالوضع جاهل بالحكم. جاهل بالوضع, he doesn't know that he is in that state, but he knows the ruling. Jahil bil hukum, no, he does not know the ruling that it is prohibited for him. So is the ruling similar? Yes. مع التفاتي إلى كونه باقيا على إحرامه, is know that he is in the state of ihram and has not exited. أو أم تحرم عليه مؤبدا, or she becomes permanently prohibited upon him. So he said both are same. Knowing, ignorant about hukum, ignorant about the situation, both are same. The ruling mentioned before applies here as well. And this one is a person, ruling number 6, a person did Umrah before 10 years and after that he got married. And now he's doubting that innahu, did he do Tawaf al-Nisa or not? Tawaf al-Nisa, for the women to become halal on their husbands after being prohibited, and for the husbands to become halal on their women. So in both cases, woman is a focal point, and it is prohibited on Yes. To come back to your wife without doing tawaf al-nisa. شخص اعتمر. Before 10 years, he did his umrah. وتزوج بعدها. And after that, he got married. وهو يشك الآن. Now he's doubting في أنه طاف طواف النساء أم لا. فما حكمه? So what is the ruling? He just doubts now that did he do Salat al-Nisa or not? He says there is nothing upon him because it's qa'idatul tajawuz and qa'idatul farah. You're done with your Hajj and you've passed the time in which you can review. So the doubt is too far-fetched or too far you doubted just now. It's not a valid doubt. هل يجوز المحرم أن يأذن okay, so the person who's muhrim, he cannot do that marriage contract, he cannot testify, he cannot witness. So we said he can give a power of attorney. Can a father give permission to his daughter while he's in the state of ihram that his daughter can get married? He's in Makkah doing ihram, and then here people on the day of Fatima Zahra alayhi salatu, Imam Ali's wedding, they just want to get wedded, and the daughter is being wedded and the father is there. So father, can he give permission because permission was required? Yes, he can give the permission. There's no problem. La mani' minhu. And then we started talking about using the perfume. In using the perfume, let's see the ruling regarding using the perfume. These are questions and answer rulings we did. What's happening? Okay, perfect. Okay. Now, these are interesting and questions where you may encounter these circumstances. So let's follow these rulings carefully. Okay. Uh, so question number one, rulings regarding the perfume. هل يجوز للمحرم هل يجوز لمن يريد الإحرام أن يتعطر قبله؟ Can someone who is going to enter the state of ihram use perfume? Obviously, yes, because using perfume in the state of ihram is prohibited, correct? Not while in the not in the state of ihram. We are talking of before the state of ihram. But the question is not like that he can use or not. The question is uh, perfume. He knows that the effect of the perfume, the fragrance will stay after while he goes in the state of ihram, and he will not be able to remove it. Okay, if he's able to remove the fragrance of the perfume, he has to. But in this case, he will not be able to remove it. That's the whole question here. So he says, Mahal Ishkal, it is problematic, and on the basis of obligatory precaution, okay, one should avoid doing it. Now remember, why obligatory precaution? Because you are not in the state of ihram. So it's not haram for you to use perfume. Then why does say this study not say just it's okay, use it? Because you have a perfume. You have the knowledge that the effect of that perfume is going to last longer. And when you are going to enter the state of ihram, the effect of the perfume is going to be there. So that's, he said, it's a problematic situation and obligatory precaution. One should avoid using that perfume. Why? Because he knows that the effect will last until he enters the state of ihram. Okay, so in question number two, okay, Let's see question number 2. إذا أكل المكلف شيئا ذا رائحة طيبة قبل إحرامه. If it's one who is responsible person, okay, he ate a fragrance thing that was using perfume before state of ihram. Here, before state of ihram, he ate like, like cardamom, or look like these chewing gums. I'm not doing advertisement to this chewing gum that you should buy these because these are halal chewing gum or something like that. No. So basically it has like smell of mint. Some have smell of this is saffron. This is cardamom. Okay. Saffron, cardamom. Yeah. So, and he has not yet entered the state of ihram. So إذا أكل المكلف شيئا ذا رائحة طيبة قبل إحرامه وبقيت رائحة في فمه فليضر ذلك بإحرامه. So this has several segments. If a person, responsible person, before entering the state of ihram, eats something, it could be a chewing gum, okay, which makes your breath fresheners, okay, toothpaste, which has fragrance, راحة طيبة قبل إحرامه, before the entering the state of ihram. وبقيت رائحة في فمه, and the fragrance stayed in his mouth. Does that affect his ihram? فليضر بذلك بإحرامه. Okay, not completed. Yes. Okay, what else? Tell me everything, please, and then I can answer you the whole thing. Bring me similar scenarios. وكذلك, similarly, إذا غسل أسنانه بمعجون مطيب قبل إحرامه. Similarly, if somebody uses the toothpaste which has fragrance in it before entering the state of ihram, فبقيت رائحته في فمه, and the fragrance stayed in his mouth, فهل يضر ذلك بإحرامه? Will that be affectful to his ihram? Will that affect his ihram? So he says لا يضر بإحرامه. It's not going to affect his ihram. So that means there are two different things. One is perfume on the body and attire. Next is the fragrant eating things which has fragrance in it. So basically, it is not going to affect his ihram, because this is something in his mouth, okay, and that's it. The narrations or the evidences indicate something on the body. But this is fragrance. You said this is also, one should not eat something, yes, in the state of ihram. But what before the state of ihram? Yes, you can. But he says, well, ahwat, it's recommended precaution, أن يغسل فمه إلى أن تذهب الرائحة الطيبة. I don't think so. It's recommended precaution because it doesn't have a fatwa before. Because the fatwa before is it is not harmful. That's different thing. Now, is he responsible to wash his mouth on the basis of obligatory precaution? Yes, he should mouth wash, okay, several times until the smell goes away. So this is also a ruling based on the obligatory precaution. Ruling number 3. What about washing the hands with fragrant soap? Sometimes you are in the state of ihram, you are in the Jeddah airport, and you are in the restroom, and then you use this soap which is in the Jeddah airport in the washroom, and that has fragrance in it. Okay? إذا غسل يده بصابون معطر جهلا بالحكم أو نسيانا, out of forgetfulness or unknowingly, he unaware of the ruling or out of forgetfulness. He washes his hand and he's in the state of ihram with a soap, with a perfumed soap. فليلزمه المبادرة إلى إزالة رائحته وتأخير أداء المناسك من الطواف وغيره إلى حين زوالها. So is it necessary for him to remove that fragrance from his hand, okay, because of the soap, and perform his manasik of Umrah, sorry, and delay وتأخيره delay the manasik of Umrah, Tawaf or Hajj or whatever manasik. He should delay it because he's still in the state of Ihram. أداء المناسك من الطواف وغيره. And is it necessary for him to remove the fragrance from his hand when he washed this with this fragrance soap, and then to delay the rituals of rituals such as tawaf and things other than tawaf, like salat al tawaf, and while he's in the state of ihram, ila حين زوالها, until that fragrance has gone away, gone totally. So it says al-ahwat wujuban, on the basis of obligatory precaution, izalatu raihatihi tayyibati an badanihi ma'al imkan. As much as possible, it is obligatory precaution upon him to remove the fragrance from his body as much as possible, because soap is part of the body, okay, from his body as much as possible. الجواب الأحوط إزالة رائحته الطيبة عن بدنه مع الإمكان، لكن لا يضر بقاؤه بصحة مناسك مطلقا. What if it stays? That's fine. Your manasik are okay. Okay, it was one of the violations of ihram, or prohibitions of ihram. So he says that you all obligatory precaution, remove the fragrance from your body with the best of your capacity and possible abilities. But if it stays, it is not going to harm the validity of your manasik, of your rituals. Absolutely, it's not going to harm in any case. So what about these drinks? The drinks which has fragrance. الأشربة معلبة. الأشربة المعلبة. The drinks which are canned drinks. لا تخلو معظمها أو جميعها من العطر. Most of these, they have fragrance in it. Most of these drinks, they have certain type of fragrance in it. من العطل. فهل يجوز شربها? Is it permissible to drink? هل يجوز شربها قبل من قبل المحرم مع غلق الأنف عند شربها أو الإمساك عن شمها عند شربها? So is it permissible for a muhrim person to drink it while closing or plugging, closing his nose, closing his nose while drinking it, أو الإمساك عن شمها, or holding your breath while drinking it? So either you plug the nose or hold your breath. So مع صدق, answer مع صدق كونها مطيبة لا يجوز شربها. If it was from those breath fresheners, okay, which freshens your breath, then it is not permissible to consume it. It is not permissible to drink it. لا يجوز, it is not permissible as long as it is considered breath freshener or the thing which fragrances your mouth. مع صدق كونها مطيبة, as if it is considered that it is from things which freshens your breath or fragrances your mouth, then it is not permissible to drink them. ولكن الظاهر أن معظمها لا تعد كذلك. But apparently, say this stances, apparently, most of them they do not have fragrance. They might have some smell, some kind of branding smell, but not fragrance. When we are talking about cardamom, we are talking about mint, we are talking about the saffron or whatever it has fragrance smell. That's what we are talking about. Mint, like breath fresheners, they have mint. But most of the drinks, like Coke, doesn't have, 7 Up doesn't have any fragrance. It has a lot of gases just to make you feel good after you barf 1 or 2 barfs. You feel that, wow, that was a relief. So that's all what it does, okay, and destroys your intestine and destroys your internal digestive system. And then you go and pay the doctor to fix your digestive system. And something which Allah has given you naturally, it cannot be recovered by these filthy junk things which nowadays many people they drink. Okay. Question number 5. هل يجوز ما حكم الأكل والشرب من المطيب بالهيل والدارسين. Darsin, cinnamon. If you go to Memphis airport, you will, from the beginning till end, you will smell cinnamon fragrance. Like they have lots of cinnamon buns. I don't know whether this is a main food for Memphisites or Memphis people. But yeah, I mean, you can smell the fragrance of cinnamon. So cinnamon is something which people they enjoy smelling it. So بالهيل والدارسين, what is the ruling of eating and drinking the one which has been fragranced, the food or drink which has been fragranced with cardamom and cinnamon or anything similar to these two? Eating and drinking, obviously it's not permissible. لا يجوز, جواب, the answer, لا يجوز فيما يكون مطيبا بالهيل ونحوه. It is not permissible to consume whatever has been fragranced with cardamom and things similar to it. مما يجعل الطعام ذا رائحة طيبة دون ما يطيب طعمه فقط. It's not just making the food delicious, but it makes also it has a fragrance in it. So the cardamom and things similar to cardamom, they make the food with fragrance, okay, uh, with fragrance. ذا رائحة طيبة مما يجعل دون ما يطيب طعمه فقط. There are things like spices. Spices, they only make the food delicious. It's a flavor. So here we have fragrance, flavor. So are double F's prohibited in the state of Ihram or one F? If so, which F? So fragrance prohibited, flavor not prohibited. So he says whatever gives fragrance, not flavor. So if it gives flavor only, then that's okay. And then in ruling number 6, he mentions the example, or he talks about the flavors. And after that, we are going to take this and we'll end. هل التوابل are the spices التي توضع عند الطبخ لتحسين نكهة الطعام. Is it like are the spices which are kept in the while cooking in the food to make its taste nice, to make its flavor delicious, okay? لتحسين نكهة الطعام, to make the taste delicious. كالفلفل, such as black pepper or uh, spicy things, hot spices. والكمون والزنجبيل, which is ginger. والكركم, turmeric. والكزبرة, and all these kind of things which are certain spices. Uh, coriander, something like that. Yeah, coriander. تعد من الطيب بحيث لا يجوز للمحرم استخدامها. These are good things. These are good flavored. Okay, good flavored. So is it prohibited on the person in the state of ihram to consume it or not? الجواب كل ما يطيب به الطعام. Everything which makes the food delicious with the fragrance. مما يجعله ذا رائحة طيبة. So fragrance and flavor together prohibited. ممنوع على المحرم. وأما ما يطيب طعمه فقط فلا بأس به. And as for whatever has flavor in it without fragrance, then there is no problem in it. Then he says, ruling number 7, question number 7. ما حكم the medicines? Some medicines, they have mint flavor, orange flavor. So what about that? ما حكم تناول المحرم؟ ما حكم تناول المحرم؟ تناول المحرم، حكم تناول المحرم الأدوية ذات الرائحة الطيبة كرائحة النعناع والبرتقال. What is the ruling for a person who stand of ihram to consume the medicines which has fragrance of mint and orange and so on, be it for out of necessity or not out of necessity? So he says يجوز تناولها. The medicines, you can consume it. The idea is not to smell it. ولكن, however, so he says it is permissible to consume these medicines. However, on the basis of obligatory precaution, one should hold his breath while consuming it. Al-ahwat adamu shammiha, not to smell it. That means to hold the breath from smelling it while consuming it. What about question number 8? Yeah, I think we have so many questions. We will end into this question number 8. I think we'll keep question number 8 tomorrow. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.